On our list, we have the anthems of our institutions, our both institutions. Okay, coming first, we have the anthem of the hosts, which is NACOS, NOUN, the NOUN national anthem. So please, our NACOS media team, please can we hear the anthem from now? Thank you very much, our media team, for that. Okay, before I introduce the guests, that's our facilitator for the day, for the evening, I would like to bring this good news to us. It's actually a very, very good news, and it's the partnership between NACOS and Tech Cabal. And it's just, NACOS has a collaboration with Tech Cabal, and that's now, by virtue of that, it opens the door for us as a NACOS student to actually intern with Tech Cabal or collaborate on projects with them and learn more. So we actually want to thank NACOS for that opportunity. Okay, going forward, let us quickly get the profile of our facilitator for today.
I think Mr.
Prof. The first one is Odeajo. Hello?
Yeah, hello, I can hear you.
Okay, I thought he was trying to say something.
Yeah, I was trying to say once I think it is left with we have the I think when are we having the next speech? The next speech.
The next what?
I mean the welcome speech, I guess.
Oh, that should be from the KWASU president.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry for that omission. Okay.
All right.
Our president.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I welcome you to this awesome event. It's so nice having everybody here. I'm so blessed, having in contact or coming in touch with my boss, Mr. James. I love you and thanks to everybody. If you made it to this event, I want to say congratulations to you because you will never be disappointed. Trust me, this event is going to be a very big one. It's going to widen your horizon. It's going to sharpen your future and it's going to make you technically oriented. If you are new into the world of tech, I want to say congratulations because you are going to be a genius in no time. After this event will make you understand what tech is. It will make you choose your career path as a tech expert, if I should put it that way. So I want to say sit tight, relax, don't get overwhelmed, don't be in a hurry to leave us. Enjoy yourself, have fun, we will love you all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. President. Okay, going forward, we would like to take a brief intro on who our facilitator is for the evening. Our facilitator, Mr. Odeajo Isreal, is a certified Google Web and mobile developer. He's a Google IT support specialist, data scientist, and natural processing language is one of his key in the machine learning and deep learning models. He's an excellent project lead, he's a community builder and a mentor to many across the nation. You can see the kind of elements we have in NOUN, kind of sharp objects, sharp minds we have in NOUN. He has served and is still serving as a facilitator and a mentor across different tech communities in Nigeria, and he's presently an ambassador to many tech communities. He's a facilitator at the AI Saturdays, that's Artificial Intelligence Saturday program in Ibadan, and the AI Innovation Bootcamp, AI Plus Club in the University of Ibadan. And he is in Andela Learning Center, Oyo State, doing mobile web and mobile web track in the mobile web track. He's a co-organizer for TensorFlow Ibadan and a lead facilitator for the Hub 67 Academy. He's a mentor with Andela ALC with Microsoft Africa Skill Lab.
Yeah, boss.
He's a faculty acrobatics and artificial intelligence and he is also a Zindi Africa ambassador. And you may ask, what is Zindi? Zindi is a science competition platform in Africa, and it hosts an entire data science ecosystem.
Hello?
Scientists, engineers, academics, companies,
Hello?
NGOs, governments, and institutions focused on solving Africa's most pressing problems. He's also an Impressive Campus ambassador. He's a World Change Agent, that's YMCA, and an African Alliance of YMCA's S2C ambassador. He's a Global Youth Ambassador and World Literacy Ambassador. So you can actually see he's, let me say, a very, very rich mind. And he's a member of the Data Science Nigeria, lacking AI, and many tech ecosystems. So let's bid welcome to our facilitator for the evening as he takes his stage with us for the next 5 minutes. That's Comrade Odeajo Isreal. So, Mr. Odeajo Isreal, you're welcome on stage.
All right. Thank you so very much. I'm honored to be here. So please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Fantastic. I will need to share my screen. I don't know. Should I share from here or
Okay, go ahead.
please to start NACOS now? Is it okay? Sorry, 1 minute. So please, can they, okay? I think you get it. All right, fantastic. All right. I believe you can also see my screen.
Yes, yes.
Okay, fantastic. So I'll just move on. A lot have been said about my own self. My name is Odeajo, and I am data scientist with robotics and artificial intelligence of Nigeria. That's one of the AI, one of the first in Nigeria and the only robotic company in Nigeria. So it's a privilege to work with REN. Alright, so I'll be moving straight up to the discussion. I'll be sharing my screen, I'll be tapping my screen at the same time. So before I move on, I want to appreciate the NACOS now and the NACOS
Hello.
Hello, are you there?
the other collaboration in
Okay.
servers.
Mr. Israel.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
And please, can I have 1 minute of your time?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Please, for all participants, there's a link going to be dropped in the chat box very soon. Please do well to fill the form. It's an attendance register, and it's based on that I will be distributing certificates this evening or tomorrow morning. So please do well to fill it and fill it correctly with your name in place. Do not use nicknames there, so you can get the correct output on your certificate, and there won't be need for correction or application for correction. Thank you very much all. Mr. Israel, you can go ahead.
Thank you very much, sir. So the first thing I will want to know is my audience. How many of us have been into AI, reading stuff in AI or data science? Well, actually, they are almost the same thing. It's just trying to use different words and different keywords. To do the using AI, can you put one on the chat? The chat board. So we have been doing anything AI. New. We are from. Familiar with my auto chats. Can I hear you?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh, great. Alright, so I was saying that I want to get my audience. If you are new to AI or data science, I want to see new. I want you to write a new on the chat box. Why, if you are already started doing something, maybe analysis or you have been building models, can you just put a one on the chat box? I just want to get a picture of people who are on this call. Okay, some people are new. Thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. Thank you. Oh, fantastic. I'm talking to new set of people who are going to change the world of data science. Fantastic.
Mr. Israel, we not see your screen again.
Yes,
No,
sir.
we not see your screen again. No.
Yes, I stopped my screen.
Okay,
I wanted
okay.
to see the people's reaction. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I'm going to put it up back. Okay, so fantastic. I can see that a good number of us are new. So I will encourage us to pay a good number of attention to the presentation. Thank you very much for doing this. All right, so the presentation is going to be very brief and with a lot to learn from it. And at the end of the presentation, I'm going to also share my screen so that you can fall back to it. It's a lot of work that have been put in based on what we're doing in rain to prepare this material. Okay, so let me go back to my screen. Oh, people want to see my face. Apologies. It's actually very dark where I am. And you won't be able to see my face. But I know you guys see my picture. So that's types of fields. Is AI taking away our jobs? Forecast for 2025. Some use case relevant to how many of us are computer science students? So the first thing we need to so anyone wants to answer that question before I move on? Is AI for us or against us? Anyone, just what's your thoughts about it? Because it's very important that we know if this thing is for us before we jump into it. Is somebody saying something? Is AI for us or against us?
I think I stand in the middle. For us
In
and
the
against
middle.
us.
Okay, oh wow.
I picked it. It's against us, so.
Is against us, well, I like
I,
that.
I will go with what Mr. Promise said. It is against us and it's for us. Because it can make a mouse.
Wow.
Yeah, the middle.
Alright, thank you. Well, it's good that we are sharing our opinions. Well, hopefully, maybe the presentation will be able to convince us that AI is for us. But I pretty agree that AI can turn things the other way around. And that's why I'll be showing you some stuff in the course of the presentation. But I must say that we have come to a particular period in time where we must all.
Hello, sorry, what type of spreadsheet are you using? Is it Office or is it, sorry, I want to ask.
Azam.
What number of people that when they speak, when they tweet, it has relevance. I didn't hear that.
Hello?
Sorry, someone saying something. Yes, I can hear you. Someone saying
What we are using to run this program, what type of a spreadsheet is it? Is it under Microsoft or another program?
Oh, I will say about that in the course of the presentation.
Okay.
Say, oh, my God.
Alright. So that I could just question at the end of all that we have. Okay, what some smart people are saying about AI. Alright, so we are all familiar with these guys. So somebody said the future is scary and very bad for people. Just like some people said AI is against us. So this is still telling us something. Another person that we are all aware of, Elon Musk, said AI is a demon. I mean, that is potentially more dangerous than nuclear weapons. Bill Gates is saying something. He said, I don't understand why people are not concerned. Why still, which is the British theoretical physicist, said that full AI intelligence could spell the end of human race. So these guys are also giving a picture that it is risky. But the truth of the matter is, AI has come to give a soft landing for everyone. And the beautiful thing about AI is that every single person can be in this space. Whether you're studying computer science, or you're studying computer hardware engineering, software engineering, or you're doing computer information technology, whatever you are doing mass comm, you're doing law, whatever course you're doing, you can be in the AI space. So that is one of the background in computer science, but then I have a background in software engineering, I have a background in digital marketing, I have quite a number of backgrounds, but I've worked with quite a number of guys that has background in health, that has background in analysis, that have background in statistics, a lot of guys. So the truth is, it doesn't matter what you are studying, you can bring all a career in AI. Let's move on very quick. So what is AI? Artificial intelligence, that's what we're saying, is the wide-ranging branch of computer science concerned with building smart machines. So our job as an AI expert or as a data scientist is to build smart machine. So when we say AI, basically, we're trying to make the system act as human. Just like we said, it's just though it will require human intelligence to be able to program it, but they done at a very short period of time. Look at the situation of having to go to the bank to withdraw money. I mean, look at how many hours it will take you. Then look at a system called ATM machine, and is able to do all of those processes. So if we are saying AI is against us, why are we all going to the ATM stand to collect money? Why are we all using POS to make it faster? So the truth of the matter is AI has come to actually solve a lot of problems. So that is why as scientists, we must all create an interest in it. As I tell my people at my place of work, yes, AI has its own downtime, but we all have to embrace the good part of AI first. Even though we begin to talk about the human error that it has the possibility to show up. But the first thing we must take note is that AI has come to solve problems. Then as we begin to look at how do we reduce human error.
Hello.
How do we reduce thing, and it's an AI system? I think we get that logic of my explanation. I don't want to bore you with so many stories. So look at some of the things that AI has come to. So AI has only been in existence as far as 1956. And some of the things we are familiar with is that in 2014, Google made their first self-driving car. That implies that, now look at the beautiful thing about this, is that it has little effort of having an accident. Why? Because no matter how to attend this self-driving car looks like. So that implies that all the systems are there. It doesn't need anyone. You don't have to sit down as a car owner. You don't need to stress yourself. And the car is driving you to your destination. That sounds very cool, right? But the truth of the matter is AI has come to solve our problem. In 2016 also, Google DeepMind AlphaGo defeat world champion Go player Lucille. The complexity of the Asian tennis game was seen as a major hurdle to clear in AI. So the truth is AI can be approached at different sectors. Is it in sports? Is it in health? Is it in technology? Talk about it. AI has a place to work. AI has a role to play. Your biometrics is a system of an AI trying to understand your person. So every single sector needs an AI solution. That's the truth. So whether we are thinking AI is against us, the truth is AI will make life a bit easier, right? So I want to say, now let's look at some of the examples of solutions that you can term and say this is an AI solution. The first one, we're all used to smart assistants. These are systems that is able to perform, say, Alexa, off the light, Alexa, on the light. All of those systems, they are AI systems. Those ones are called Internet of Things. They are connected to all your devices in your house. Is connected to the internet. That means you can be in your house or be in your room and say, hello, I want to take a drink. So it's able to process that your drink. You know, it makes more sense. It's going to make life easier. I'm going to say a video in the course of the section. The point is, AI has come to make life easy. So we all, at this century, have to be able to see that AI is one of the places that we must take very important. No matter what you are studying, you must begin to look at how you would look at the AI. Presenting at office today, I also have to talk about some of the top 10 jobs that we all need to be a part of. One of it is AI, artificial intelligence. Another thing is robotics. But my topic today will not cover robotics. But look at what we have here. We have manufacturing and drone robots. Many of us have seen drones. Many of us have the video of a drone that had to go and do a delivery in Lagos, Indomie carton. Life is made easier. It's making life easier. Drones can go to any location. It does not need traffic. It is flying above human rights, and it has a direction. These are some of the things we do in my office. So the point I am making is that AI solutions have come to make things better. Look at what we have. We have an optimized, personalized health care treatment recommendation. That implies that at a very short moment, you can talk to a system, this is what I'm feeling, and by that is able to recommend to you. So that's what we call a recommender system. A recommender system is a system that is able to recommend something based on your preference. I am feeling very hot and having temperature. So the system can, based on those preferences that you have mentioned, it can recommend what is wrong with you. It can tell you you need to go and relax, you need to go and sleep. compared to the normal hospital. Ordinary headache, look at what it takes you to see a medical doctor. So the truth is AI has come to build a system that makes life a bit easier. That is what we call conversational bots. Many of us have same chatbots. Chatbot is a system that is able to communicate without interference of anyone. So now look at the same thing you have to go through. You have to go to your bank and complain about a transaction that failed and you are debited. Look at the process you have to go through. But you can ask a simple bot, this is what I'm facing, and it's able to ask for information and it's able to process it for you. So it makes life a bit easier, right? So the truth is AI has come to make life easier. Another thing is what we call social media monitoring tools to look out for fake news. There is a system that is able to know, many of us, especially when COVID was on ground, we have a lot of fake news. But personally, I also built a system that is able to track that, to know if a news is true or not. So the truth of the matter is AI has come to make life easier. I cannot exhaust the list of AI solutions that are in existence across the world, in Africa, even in Nigeria. Really one of the places where you are making fantastic AI solutions. Another thing is that it's able to make recommendations of movies, recommendations of songs. So that means, that is why you will notice that if you have to see a movie on your YouTube, it's going to recommend another movie based on that preference. So if a particular person has made that movie, it's going to also recommend that same movie to you. So all of these are just some of the things that the AI system can do. So you also have to start looking at how you can plug into building your career in tech. And one of the places you can build your career is in AI, right? Someone with me? Well, let's move on. Now, what are some of the soft skills? AI is just like a big name. There are quite a number of other things that we need to take note. So these are some of the soft skills that you can decide to be an expert in the AI field. There are a lot of things that makes up the AI system. One of it is the data analysis part. What is the data analysis part? Data analysis part is a section of AI that makes you give description and make prescription about a data. I remember in Oyo State, as far back in when COVID was serious, when the second wave was announced, the governor of Oyo State told us that based on the data that we have, we cannot embark on the second wave of COVID. That is very interesting. That is by data you can make prediction of what's going to happen. So you can if care is not taking place on without the use of data. So data is one of the very important things that we must take note of. Now we can move forward. If you have done your descriptions and you have made prescriptions talking about making recommendations. Oh, I advise that you should make more production of so products in social medium. That's a recommendation. I advise that we employ a staff for this reason. So if you're able to do all of this, trust me, there are jobs awaiting you already. If you have enough domain knowledge about data analysis. So moving forward again, another subfield that you can be interested in as a person is what we call machine learning. What is machine learning? Making this machine to learn, making the machine to talk like human, making the machine to respond. The same way you are entering the bank and saying welcome to GT Bank, that is them training the machine to understand that particular sound, that particular conversation. Right? Welcome to bank. Welcome. Thank you for banking with us. All of those systems, they are making the system to speak like human. It's more like it's someone talking to you, right? That's how the system works. So when you say building models simply means you are building what we call a predictive analysis, saying that, guys, I have about 50 staff in the company. Who and who should I promote? Number 1, don't promote number 2. Promote number 4, don't promote number 10. Promote number 49, don't promote number 22. But you see, these things are not. They are not sick and high. A system has to come to play to decide which staff should promote, which staff should I ignore, which staff should remain in this position, which staff should I sack. So when you want to make those decisions, you have to build models. So models is making the machine understand what you are trying to do. So that's a predictive analysis. So if you're able to do machine learning, trust me guys, there is a market for you. There is a place where you can use all of these things. And the advanced part of it that many of us are interested in is what we call deep learning. What is deep learning? Deep learning is making the machine learn deep things, not just text. And this is we want to machine to be able to recognize, oh, this is human. This person is using a face mask. This person is not using a face mask. This person is from this group. This person is sad. From this book, this person is hungry. From this book, this person needs money, right? All of those advanced skills for your machine to know, they are deep learning. So that's when you have to work about image. This is where we are talking. But detection, those are deep learning. To be rich, right? So the AI system is able to give you all of these things that we're talking about. So moving forward, these are some of the other things that you can do. Like I said, computer vision, trying to when you say computer. That this, you are holding your phone, you say this is a phone. If you are the place, you show this. So that's what AI can give you. So if you are in a shopping mall, if you notice when you go to shop and all of those guys, they only have to scan a particular chip on that particular material, right? They don't need to be the one writing it. So that means that's an AI system that is able to recognize that this is also object. So this is one of the stuff that we can actually build. You can build a system that will make people know if the person is using a face mask. And look at the way we go to different places and they say no face mask, no entry, right? People will still not know that rule. But if the system is such a way that you have an AI system that you have already deployed and is able to recognize someone that is using face mask or not. So if he knows that the person is not making noise, if he makes noise, the person will run away. So that is where traditional models, traditional way of doing things fail us. But an AI system remains ever ready, remains ever ready to do whatever you want it to do. So it's not emotional. It does exactly what you want it to do. The other thing is that you can convert from one language. That means you can build a system. So if many want to do a religion, the Arabic language, you want to translate from Arabic to English, from Arabic to Yoruba, from Yoruba to English. So there's a system for that. That is the. So there's quite a number of things that AI can do. I cannot exhaust that list too. Now let's watch this video together. And this is just to portray the fact that AI solution is not emotional. Wow, did anybody got that? Do you get the gist of this video? Anyone? Did anyone got this video?
No, did you play the video? Like it's not showing, it's not doing anything.
The video is not showing.
The video is not showing now. Maybe you should just disconnect disconnect your screen and you choose another one. You reconnect it and choose another one.
So you can't hear anything for now. Are you hearing son?
No, we can't hear anything.
The video is not. The fact the point I was making is that AI system, just people said it's actually dangerous. The video showed a man, right? A man that has an IoT system enablement in his house. So whatever he asks, if you say open door, door will be open. If you say fire off, fire will be off. On my TV, anything. Whatever he's saying. Now what happened? He had an issue with his teeth. He had to go to the dentist and they have to remove part of the teeth. So he returned inside the rain. Like he was saying open door the same way. But you remember that he has gone to the dentist and he have to remove bad part of his teeth. Now he was trying to open the door. The door is saying wrong choice for man. So what is the point of making is that AI solutions are not emotional. You cannot say you don't like it. Whatever you have programmed with is what is achieved. So the problem with many people is that they do not build their AI solution such that
it's just like me, so it's not, I'm not going to use my head. Till now, you can make
it will do only X. You have to enter into any bank. If you are holding any meta object, it will ask you to go back 100 times if you do not place it somewhere. So the fact is, an AI system is such that it has learned human technology, and you cannot, change the way it's going to happen. Do you get that point? So that's the part that is dangerous. The part that you have trained it to do A, you cannot change it to start doing B until you have to train the system. So the system already understands A only, does not understand A to Z. So if you want the system to understand A, B to C, you have to train it to understand A, B, and C. It does not automatically know Z, right? So that's the problem most times with having AI solutions. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Alright, so another very important thing that we need to look at. What job is AI going to change by 2025? This is a research work, and we just have to pay attention to it. So can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, good. So one of it is the automotive place, that is cars. So if you are saying that you are thank God we don't have those people here, right? You are saying that all you know how to do is to drive, you are a smart driver and all of those things. The truth is, AI system is coming to turn drivers to nothing else. Your job will not matter any longer, right? So it's important for us all to begin to embrace it. So so that means, look at now in Japan, and already they made their 2020 Olympics. They actually had robotic taxis that were transporting people, to the venue for the match. So another thing is agriculture. So you cannot, people no longer, have to use their old and cutlasses. There are AI system that does that now. More driverless tractors, drones, and make bots. Another thing is render services, washing dishes. There are actually some embedded systems that can handle things like that. Finances too, healthcare, manufacturing, aerospace, and defense. These are some number of places that AI system is going to do. So you have to look at it critically and see. Now the thing is AI taking away all of our jobs? No. AI is only transforming our jobs such that you are not the one that is controlling, the flow of the car. So that means AI is building more of AI experts that will handle what you need. Right? So that means if you are a doctor, is it that you're going to stop the job of a doctor? No. But the AI system that can, do quite a number of things. For example, my team, we actually built a system, we did a project that was able to build a skin detector, such that if you see this particular skin, so if you say, oh, you want to consult us on that platform, if you snap whatever issue you have, say you're having a rash on your so if you snap it and you upload it to our platform, it's able to tell you the possibilities of what skin disease you are having, right? And not just that alone, it's also going to recommend to you the drugs that you can use, where you can get the drug, and the kind of places you can go to get the drug, right? Because that makes more sense. Looking at the time that you have to go to the hospital, and in case of emergency, how do you treat those things? But there are AI systems that can do those things. Yes, they are open to errors. They cannot be as effective as human. But the people that I told you the other time, that if you build an AI system to do A, the AI system will not do A and B. But many times you want an AI system that will do everything. No, it cannot remove the place of human. For example, even the AI system we built, there is a place for consultation. You can meet our doctor, our specialist, where you can do talk to talk. But the thing we are saying is that AI can make this faster. If you have a skin disease, you can snap it on that system, and it's going to recommend the highest. So it's going to give you like top 3 of what suggestions of what this problem is. And at least from those 3, the most appear is more like the most correct one, right? So the thing is, that is what an AI system is coming to do. So this is just some of the things that we can look at. How do we look at this? That is, you can be an AI system that recommend, the possibilities of courses that you can do in now, for example. You can be an AI system that if I have this call, what course can I study? You can be a chatbot that is able to respond all possible questions that anyone who wants to apply, to NOUN can know. Yes, I know there is a website for them, but then you can build an AI system that will solve all those things. You can recommend departments, you can recommend courses, you can recommend whatever I need to know. And that makes more sense compared to have to call, the help desk and all of those things. So for this concept, thank you for listening to this presentation. On the final note, how do I get started with AI? There are some programming languages that you need to learn. I know some of us have been learning them, One of them is Python. So like Python is the basic, or you are learning R. They are very fundamental programming languages that we need to be aware of. Another thing I want to also encourage as we go on is that you can start learning about database management system. How does database work? How do you go about it? My SQL, all of these guys, I don't know if are familiar with at least software development. So I need to keep it mostly. So they are all good foundation for you. So if you have been learning well, it's a good plus for you because at the end of the day, you want to prepare your is to get that you can access the web. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I never do bad things.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so. Okay, Mr. Promise. Okay. Mr. Promise, are you there? Okay. Oh, thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. I guess Mr. Promise is not on the line. Okay. Thank you so much. Personally, I think he has moved. Okay, Mr. Promise.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You can have the ball, sir.
It's a wonderful session, and I just wish it would just continue.
Yes, so. Yes, boss.
I just wish it would just continue. But then, I think we have a second facilitator for today, right?
Yeah.
And that should be Mr. Aziz Biodu. Is it here?
Yeah, Mr. Aziz Building, yeah. I guess should I do the introduction or you guys are going to do it?
We
Your pleasure. My pleasure, actually.
Okay, can I go ahead?
Sure. Sure, you can, sir.
Hello, Mr. Namdi.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can I go ahead now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I sincerely appreciate Mr. Isreal. You actually blew the atmosphere with the grammar of AI and all of that. For those that are planning to go into congratulations, I guess the foundation has been set.